Now we're going to take a look at something called method overloading. So what does that mean? Let's take a look at this example here. We're defining two variables here, both of data type integer, called num1 and num2. And what we're doing, we're calling a method called add, which we've created here. It takes in two integer parameters, and it's just adding the numbers together. It's returning the result, which is an integer, back out here, and then we're outputting the result to the screen. So very simple. The answer should be 22. So we have the correct answer. So what I want to say now is, what if I want to add two doubles together? So let's turn these integers into doubles. So now I have two doubles here. This could be 6.4 and this could be 16.2, for example. You can see now we have a red line under here because our parameters are integers. You know, it's kind of expecting integers in here. But we still want this method. We still want to be able to add integers together. So, I mean, I guess what we could do is have a method called addInt, and then maybe another method called addDouble, for example. And then this would take two doubles, and then the other one would take two integers, for example. So that's how we could kind of get around that problem. And then obviously that would have a return type as a double. So you can see where this is going. But what if we want to add, for example, two decimals together, or two floats together? Then you can see we're going to have a method for each one of these. So that is quite tedious, and it can really bloat out our program. But what we can do is use something called method overloading. And what that does, that allows us to have one method, but give it different parameters, but with the same name. Now, a method can have the same name only if the parameter data types, or the number of parameters, for example, are different. So let's go back to our previous example where we were adding two integers together right here. And what we can do then is copy this method. We retain the same name, for example, but in here we're actually adding two doubles together rather than two integers. So you can see what I have here now is two methods with exactly the same name, except this one takes two integers and returns an int, and this one takes two doubles and returns a double. Now when we actually call our method here, if I just open these parentheses here, now we have these little black arrows. We didn't have this before because we only had one method with one set of parameters, and I'll show you that now. So if I open the parentheses here, you can see there's no black arrow. We only have one definition for the method add. But as soon as I add this second one right here, now we have more options available. Now we can add two integers together, and we can also add two doubles together. So this is an example of method overloading in C#. It just allows you to have different options for a method with the same name. And you can see C# has built-in methods that take advantage of this already. For example, when we write something to the console, you can see if I do the exact same thing, this method is actually overloaded 18 times already. So you can see it's quite a popular principle in C# programming. So I hope this helped you, and this is an example of method overloading in C#.